kind of straighten my Taj my 10 out a little bit. We had to do some serious bending and stuff on it to get the trailer out, and had to pull it out. Come here. No, you come here. I heard something snapping in the bushes over there. Yeah, there's something over there, huh? But you're gonna have to go in the house and be good. There's something over there. Where's it at? Where's it at, girl? Anyway, I'm gonna go put Anna away. She does like to chase whatever it is, anything. But I thought, you know, after the winter and the snow, I'll throw another tarp over there and we can use that to park our cars. But also, this is where we're gonna put that little tiny house that we went and looked at. Be a good spot for it. That's kind of our home right there. I mean, we're okay over there. That'll be a little spot for Mom to hang out when she spends too much time out in Malala having fun. Anyway, so I got my cable. I've just got everything just kind of ran. You know, the wires ran, but all the electrical and communications are hooked up in the trailer. Right now, I'm going to hook up heated water line running from the neighbor's well. Very grateful to have that. And so we won't need that for anything but the washing machine. And then tomorrow I'll put in my holding tank for we're gonna get rid of the outhouse, and once every 6 weeks we're gonna have them come out and pump the holding tank out, and we are totally in compliance on the neighbor's property. But we're still here. Praise God. Thank you. So we're over there, but we're still here. We can work on the property and look after our stuff, and just thankful. Thank the Lord for that, and very grateful. And Chet kind of likes having us over there by him too. He's a pretty friendly old guy. Brought Grumpy back over here. Grumpy did a really good job moving the fifth wheel for us. Pretty good old truck, and yes, it is still for sale. If someone's interested in it, pretty much most of my stuff is for sale, because I need to focus on my buildings and we need to make money. I want to thank everyone that helped us with the GoFundMe thing, because it helped us buy cords and cables and hoses and electrical stuff, and took a lot of stress off. Thank you very much for that, and thank you, Lord, for getting us through this inspection. I think we did pretty good. The guy seemed happy, but haven't heard anything from his boss, and he said as long as I'm selling trucks and we're not living in an occupied RV on the property, we're in compliance. So continue to pray for us, please. Oh, also want to thank my viewers for the rock. That was the first thing we got when people first started helping us. We went and got rock, because you don't want to just put the trailer out in the mud. And we got it on firm rock, packed down with underlayment under it. And the view out of that big back window, and even the slide out windows, is just amazing. You stay by Dad now, okay? Come on, honey, stay by Dad. But yeah, this is the backyard. And there's the windows for the slide out. And it goes right there. And then this is my favorite view right here from this window. Both of these windows, actually, and this side window over here. That window has a good view too. And this is what you see when you look out those windows. From the back one, you see right there. From that side one, you can see all the way down the stream, because you're up higher. So it's more like that. And then we see over there, and we see deer and beaver and stuff, and just sit there and watch them doing their little thing out on the other bank over there. Pretty cool stuff. Gotta look for the bright spot and stuff like this. So yeah, there's a beaver right there. You just watch him, and you look out the window, and Pretty cool. See a lot of neat birds and stuff in the trees out here, and herons and hawks and anyway, I better get back to work on the water. Classic truck rescue, making lemonade. Yep. Alright, so I've got my hot water heater installed, and that's actually a lid off a kiln that I keep between it and that stump. The stump's a good, level, solid foundation for it. 20-gallon hot water heater. Jamie and I have found that this provides all our needs quite well. We've never run out of hot water showering, even both of us showering. And what we do is we just keep the temperature, the thermostat up a little high so that it's very hot water. And then you mix it with more cold when you're showering or doing the dishes or whatever. But I've got my input and output lines attached and insulated. Got to put another zippy right there. And all I got to do is plug it in, but don't want to plug it in until I get this hose hooked up and get the fresh water coming in. Jamie's been staying in the motel because she works in town, and yeah, town's close, but she needs a shower and a kitchen and all that because she's got to get up early and go to work. And but she's coming home to get Grumpy, our white F-350 dually, so we can go get some hay for Jet because he's out of hay. And then hopefully in an hour and a half I'll take a shower, and Jamie and I'll go get my tea. Looking better out here. Things are looking up. Oh, and also, along the lines of being thankful, thank you to all of our viewers and subscribers and your support. Any kind of support is good, especially the positive, encouraging comments and the good advice. And you guys motivate us to keep going. And some people might throw in the towel, but we're going to keep on trucking out here at Classic Truck Rescue. Thank you again. If you're someone that watches our videos all the time, please hit the subscribe button. It won't cost you a penny, but it helps us out because the more viewers that we have, the more recognition that we get from YouTube, and it helps. It all helps. So if you just hit the subscribe, all that does is let you know when we put up a new video, and it lets everyone else know more people care about what we're doing, basically. Annabelle is going off she can't be outside when I'm moving the tractor around, but this is her perch up here. She sits up in this window right here. Oh, she's in the wrong window right now. Where you at? See, you can't see her through the glass, but this is where Annabella sits and watches everyone. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to work. I'll show you what I'm doing real quick before it gets dark. Someone else might want to do this or need to do this sometime. So this is the heated wire right here, this orange cord that turns black. And I'm running it down the hose. First I stretched the hose out and twisted it to get it so it wasn't all curly. And so what I'm doing now is I left on the end where I'm connecting to the well, I left some extra to wrap around the pipes that I'm connecting to. And then I'm going about a foot to 18 inches and putting a little Gorilla Tape. And that's going to work out real nice. And one thing that I did to speed it up, I noticed I was stopping too often to tear a piece of tape off, so I just put this little step ladder on its side and put a whole bunch of them on there, and I can just move this along with me as I go down the line. But after I get the wire in there, secured to the hose, once I get all that done, I'll take some of this insulation, pipe insulation, and this is self-adhesive. You rip those yellow strips off and it kind of glues together. I'll probably put Gorilla Tape over this, maybe just 3 or 4 pieces on each piece of insulation, but that should be good and keep the water from freezing. And I'm gonna get on it because, like I said, it's getting ready to get dark. The spotlight's already on, and when it gets dark out here, it gets really cold. And all that ground over there where I put the RV is where I just, scraped all the blackberry bushes out and put fresh underlayment and pit rock there. And it's real muddy where you walk around my work site right there. But what's good is it gets so cold out here when it gets dark that the mud freezes, so you're not slogging through it. But anyways, I just wanted to take a second to pay my respects to President George H.W. Bush. I got home the other night after leaving Jamie at the motel and had brought home some biscuits and gravy, and was just sitting down to eat them, and I found out he had passed. It was like 15 minutes after he'd passed, and it was raining and it was icy, but I said, you know what, I'm gonna go lower my flag. And so I probably had this flag lowered to half-mast within about 15 minutes of him passing, because I respect all our presidents. I respect the office, and he was an especially good guy. He just was, in my opinion, anyway. But this is in memory of him and in respect to him. Oh, also I had to move my lights around because one of them needed to be pointing down at the flag. Just kind of out of respect for him. Gee, I hope that's still working. Oh man, I don't think my light's working, because the other light's already on. That's not good. Yeah, I might have a problem with my light. It's not one thing, it's another. Anyway, had some people showing some interest in these trucks that I put out here. Haven't seen anyone pull the trigger yet or make a decent offer. Well, one guy made it. 2 people made decent offers, and I accepted them. We'll see if they follow through. Someone interested in the 64 short bed fleet side, and someone interested in the 77 Ford F100 3 in the tree 302 4-barrel truck. One guy interested in 78 or 9, I don't know. I have to look on the titles to see what years they are, but 78 or 9 Ford F250 Ranger Lariat camper special. It's pretty loaded, and nobody interested in that poor old guy yet. One guy talking about that. Then I got the 2 Internationals and old Jethro over there. I just took some photos of Jethro. This guy working on one, and they have kind of a unique front end on them. The hood opens like a butterfly, and 3 pieces, and he's trying to put his front end together, and he didn't know where everything went. And I said, heck, I'll just go out and take you some pictures of mine. And I did. I haven't sent them to him yet. I'll send them when I get in tonight. But, you know, try to help people out with information like that, you know. I'm a little concerned about that flag not going on. I don't like not having my flag lit up. It's kind of one of the responsibilities that if you have a flag on your property, especially a big one on a big old pole, you gotta do it right. I just don't. I checked the wiring, everything's hooked up okay. Classic truck rescue. Looks like I got a little fine tuning to do on my water system there. But I did have an awesome shower last night. I was freezing cold, tired, dirty, and the water was nice and hot, and we had good water pressure, and it's good tasting water too. But this hose has a couple holes in it. I'm kind of hoping I can go get one of those connector repair job things, because I think I've got enough slack in this hose. I don't want to have to buy another one. Seems like every time I go to buy 100 foot of something around here, it costs me $100. So maybe this will be, I'm hoping I can pull this taut and there'll be enough where I can cut the damaged areas out, and I'll get on that. Anyway, so like I've got everything just laid out. I don't have anything buried or in conduit yet, but mainly what I'm trying to do is just get the prairie schooner all hooked up where everything's working. So we've got electricity, we've got both heaters working, different circuits for the heat and electric, got the hot water heater all set up on its mount over there and working real good. Internet, cable. The only thing I have left to do is hook up my holding tanks, and Jamie's going to be coming home tomorrow after work. She's been in the motel for, it'll be a week. No, when did we check into the motel? Well, it's been almost a week, but I've been staying out here because I just don't like leaving my tools and my trucks unattended, and get this water leak taken care of, get this insulated. And I really underestimated how far it was to that well. I still don't want to film my neighbor's property, but it was a lot farther than I thought. Gonna have to get some more pipe insulation, get this leak fixed, and get some more heating cord for the hose. But we're getting there. Annabella, come on, come on, come on, little thing. Classic truck rescue. Sometimes stuff has to get messier before it gets better. Got the prairie schooner all moved from over there, went around that corner right there, moved it over here. We do like the view better. Got my fresh water hooked up, put a little gravel here just to so we didn't have to be traipsing through the mud constantly. Still need to put a lot of underlayment down here and some more gravel, but we want to, and I cleared a lot of bushes and shrubs and stuff out of this area. Hopefully come springtime this will be a nice front lawn for us, and we'll have a little trail going from right here over to the fire pit that we're gonna have to reconstruct because I had to shove it out of the way to get the fifth wheel around that corner, around that tree right there. And I put my fire trucks right there just because we had a perfect view of all the cars going by on the road and would like a little privacy. Brought Bullfrog, my dump truck, back here to load this into, and I'll just go dump it in a pile out in the middle of the pasture, and probably a little more of it. I cleared one side because I've got all my power and communications running through here, so I figured I'd clear this side over here, move the cables over to this side, and then clear this other side. And got some digging and dirt work to do today, but we've got the RV up on solid rock, and I was trying to figure out a way to put multiple tarps over the top of it to keep the rain out, and thank God, I mean seriously, thank God, it didn't rain the whole time we were moving it. It took a week. And on the last day I had 5 or 6 of my buddies show up in a van, and we had a little work party out here. I was so glad to see those guys, and thank you, all of you guys. Thanks for coming out and helping me get it moved. We got it moved the day before the inspection. I make sure that it was off the property, which it is off the property. And like I said, I put some underlayment down, then pit rock, and so it's on a good base. But anyways, what I ended up doing was going and getting one great big tarp to cover the whole roof with. And I kid you not, hours after I had the tarp secured on there, we got our first rain that we'd had since we started moving it. That looks like a mess right now, but I'll get it dealt with. Just wanted to get everything off of the ground. Got our hose run all the way to our neighbor's pump house. They were gracious enough to let us use their water, which is nice. It's nice to have good clean water that we haven't pumped out of the stream and filtered and all of that. I put a little T right there, and ran another hose out front for us to wash our boots and stuff off, because we're going to be traipsing through some muck for a while. But yeah, so right there you can see the road and see that car going by, so we had no privacy. But I put my boys to work out here. It's a little temporary fencing. They still run and drive good. Good to start them up and drive them once in a while anyways. And right now, that guy right there, my bullfrog dump truck, and that guy right there, Yunkin the Kubota, are going to get to work on that pile right there, get it out of the way. And then I'm going to put these cables in PVC and bury them underground. And that over there is going to be an enclosure that I'm going to build for my little Annabella dog, to keep her safe from predators, and make her a little potty yard with a doggy door. And like I said, it looks like a mess right now, but we're thankful to have it moved before the rain hit, and have a dry top over it, and it's nice and warm and toasty and dry in there. So I'll get back to work. Classic truck rescue. I guess I fibbed. Gonna do a couple more updates on the RV moving series, but I got all my cables out of the bushes because I got rid of all the bushes, and I just went ahead and flattened all of this. Figured, heck, next spring this will be a nice lawn out here. We can put a fire pit in the middle of it right by the stream, and have friends out here. I built a little berm using the dirt and logs and stuff, kind of like to make a little flower bed or something, you know, over there. And so now I've got my buddy Big Steve out here because I need more rock. I got to make a walkway. Every time that we walk to and from the trailer, we get covered with mud, and it's making a mess inside. So Steve brought me a load of 3- right there, and he's gonna I'm gonna go with him. I'm gonna ride with him, and we're gonna go get a load of 3/4-, actually 1" put it right next to it. Then I'll be able to get to the big rock and the little rock, build my roads. He's got the big truck today. We need to take advantage of it. This has been an expensive proposition, moving this trailer, but we're getting her done. Classic Truck Rescue, doing a ride along with my buddy Steve. He's hooking us up with a lot of rock today, and I'm gonna ride with him down to the quarry and get this last load, and then I got some serious graveling to do. ever get the weebie-jeebies at this intersection up here?
No, but I watched for Foster Farms.
Yeah. My buddy Steve was making his way down the highway and a Foster Farms truck was going this way and decided he didn't need to wait for Steve. That was not good. So how much you say this hauls?
20 legally.
And it's got a 10-speed, but you'd rather have a what?
18.
Yeah. It's the first time I've ever ridden.
Split the gears going up hills.
Yeah. Truck's actually very comfortable. It's in a pretty nice truck. I want to get a shot of that hole. You know, the big hole when you turn around that way?
No, we'll go back up that way to way.
Yeah.
I'll do it a long time ago.
Yeah, probably when it had much better brakes on it. Right along with Steve today. Kind of fun.
See that loader back there? He's loading the crusher. See that little ledge above him?
Oh, yeah.
That's where the big off-road dump trucks dump from the deep pit. They climb up that little road up there out of that deep hole with rocks that feed him in the crusher.
It's a busy place, huh?
Yeah.
There's rock going out everywhere.
Well, that's going to different crushers. It gets crushed 3 times. 3 or 3 times, it looks like.
So, is that number 1 over there, and 2 and 3?
Yeah.
1. 2. 3. There's the finished product. Outbound at the gate. It's using them right now. Boy, I want to get that hole. There's a big hole over there, folks. I would not be comfortable about being down there at all.
And dump truck way in the bottom?
Yeah. Wow. He is way down there.
Now he's cleaning
And
up
that's
so
a
he doesn't
little-
get roll down on him.
The little road that he goes up. Oh man, that would be a sketchy job.
He was taking some of the hillside away. He started getting roll down from the fluff.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thanks for stopping. C cab, Steve.
Yeah.
I like those things.
My cousin built one, and it was, they made a model of it a long time ago. It's called the Iced Tea.
Yeah, I built that when I was a kid.
I did too. That's my cousin's truck. I love pissing people off. Things don't take off fast.
What were you hitting over there, Steve? I saw you flip something
Turn
over.
the jake brake off.
Oh.
I hate shifting with it on there. Every once in a while it hits it.
Yeah.
Slows it down. Slows the engine down too fast. Use the jake brake if you're shifting going uphill.
Yeah.
So you can shift faster. I don't like using the clutch.
Rolling into the classic truck ranch with 22 tons of gravel. Aha, the button worked from down the street. Oh no. Oh no. Had to give my buddy Steve a little hand there. Got 22 tons of rock on there. That'll work, Steve. See, then I'll have my 3 minus right there, and I'm going down that road, and I'll have my inch minus right here. Come on back a little, Steve. Can you come back just a hair? That's good. Perfect. Yeah, I just didn't want to cover my trusses over there with rock. This will work out real nice. Have this rock right here, this rock right here. Heck, I might have a new walkway built before Jamie gets home. Yep, that'll keep me working. That'll keep me going. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate all your help today. Well, that's about $600 or $650 worth of rock sitting there by the time all the fees are paid and everything. But I know we get a good deal having Steve do it for us. And Bullfrog, just not licensed and insured right now, and the tags are expired. And like I said, we had a scary incident, and it's good for working around here and moving piles of stuff and everything, but probably not something that we're going to be taking out on the highway. And this gets the rock here safe, and I can do plenty of work with these two big piles right here. Got about 22 tons of the inch minus and about 20 tons of the 3 minus. Actually, it's 3 to 6 right there, but good variety, good enough to do what I need to do, and I'll get back to work. This has just been a super time-consuming and expensive endeavor to just move that trailer over there so that it's technically off our property. Like I said, I only moved it 100 feet, but it's what I had to do. Boy, this has been a real trial of my patience and stuff, and it just started raining now, and I just wanted to get a walkway built so Jamie doesn't have to walk through the mud, and I don't have to walk through the mud, and Annabella doesn't have to walk through the mud every time we go in and out of the house. But not only is it raining, but the wind just started battering that new tarp. I had just got it put on right before it started raining the other night at like 1 in the morning. I put it on there, and then it started raining early that morning, and so I've got it secured real good. It's not going anywhere, but I was intending to put the awning in and then secure the front up there where you see there's no ropes in the eyelets, and that's just too much to be flapping around. And then I noticed that, so one of the grommets is starting to tear loose, and it's not bad right now if I get the rope in the other ones, but that's what I'm saying. It's like every time I go to do something out here, I have to stop and do something else. And right now, I paid $105 for that tarp, and it's already on there, so you have to prioritize. So I got to go deal with that right now. Plus, it'll be better for the awning not to be all the way out. And I typically, not when it was over there under the Tajman tent, I didn't take it down, but it was covered and it was built into that structure. Now it's freestanding, and anytime I've had this RV somewhere where it's freestanding, I always put the awning in, just like enough to cover that round table over there, and so there's not so much flapping in the breeze. But there's no way for me to get to those eyelets up there without putting it in, so that's what I got to do right now so I don't lose my tarp. But hopefully I can get that done quick. Well, I was going to use that ladder right there to get to those grommets up on top, but it was a little springy in the center of that roll for the awning, and I didn't want to tear the whole awning down. We kind of need it right now. But I did get up on the roof, and that was interesting because the wind started really gusting when I was up there, and it's wet and it's slippery. So I had to say a little prayer to God about, please don't blow me off the roof. And I got my ropes laced through there, and I just laced them from each side to the middle and then ran them down. Right now they're tied to this water jug just so I don't lose my ropes or my tarp, but I still got to hurry up and get the other ends tied down, and then I'm going to reposition the awning. I've got it rolled about 2/3 of the way in, but I got a little idea here, and soaking wet, but glad the tarp didn't get destroyed. I'll be back. I'm still trying to get the walkway built before Jamie gets home, and I'm cutting it close. All right, well, I feel better about, I feel better about that. It's awful windy, so I know it's moving around a lot, but it's pretty secure. I've got the awning closed a little over halfway, and I think with the stress spread out along all of those grommets, that they'll stand a better chance. I mean, I just got to work with what I got right now. And you see that? Anyway, yeah, I've got the one end lower than the other so that the water drains off, and I've got it as low as I can get it without having the door rub on the awning when you open it up. And so that's the best I can do on that right now. I'm gonna see about getting to work on this trail. Came back here and realized there's some more areas that need to be shored up a little bit, but I think this side will be okay right now. It's a lot further down the side of the RV, but what I'm going to do is the same thing I did on the other side. Use this big strip of wood at the bottom to anchor the Tajma tent to the RV, and that's all I'm going to do is run a few ropes through there and then sink some screws down there to secure it. Maybe run one from this area over here down to that piece of wood, and that'll keep the flapping from happening. You know, even when it's nasty out, I do like the view though. From this window right here and that window right there, they're tinted so the critters don't see us, but it's like having a big picture out here. And then, and I apologize about the water on the lens, but it's like having a big picture out here, and then you notice something will move in the picture, and you'll look and you'll see a beaver or some kind of bird up in there, like eagles, hawks, and then the deer go right over there, and it's pretty cool. It's a neat view. I'm gonna get to work on this trail thing for Jamie. Well, I didn't get the pathway finished up last night, but I got a good start on it. It was just too muddy. Where I have to go to get the rock is just turned into a swamp on me, and I didn't want to mess all this up. So today they said we were going to have a dry spell. I'm going to try to take advantage of this dry spell and get some important stuff done. I'll be back. Well, my battery's about to go dead, so just gonna close out with kind of giving you an idea what I got going there. Making it good and thick right here because I want the path, the walk path from the driveway to be higher than the ground around it. You can see this ground gets really wet, especially during our rainy season. But as soon as I get this all about the same thickness, I'm also taking it right up to the steps, and I'm thinking about even building it kind of high by the steps, and maybe we won't have to use all the steps. And later I'll come in and put more pit rock and stuff around, but I still have to put these guys in some conduit and put them underground, and I want to do that before I get too carried away. And I'm just putting gravel right around the trailer. We're going to end up making an RV spot right here with plugs, so that eventually when we do have a house and want to move the RV or maybe get rid of it or get something else, I don't know, it's kind of growing on me, the little prairie schooner. But we want to have an option for, if we have company, for them to come in that road that's going to tie into the main driveway right there, and just pull up here and plug in, and our house will be over there. It'll be cool. Oh, also this, I know this path is kind of wide. I wanted the main walkway to be wide right here because this area out here is going to be where we're going to have a fire pit and probably have some good picnics and barbecues there. But I'm going to make narrower paths that go over to that fire pit and over to the stream and stuff like that. But I just wanted this main one to be big in case we you know, in the future get a quad or a gator or something to run around the property, and we could drive it right up here and park it there, you know. Anyway, signing off. Classic Truck Rescue. Oh, I got my walking path all done out here. As you can see, I still got to rake it smooth, and then when the weather's nicer, Jamie and I are going to go take a yunkin over there down to the stream and get river rock and line the edges with river rock, and then this will all be grass on either side and be a pretty cool spot. As you can see, it's like 6 to 8 inches above the surrounding ground, so this will stay dry. And it's nice not to get our boots all covered with muck walking from where we park our daily drivers over here to the trailer. And I built it up right there so that, oh man, it's going off. I actually eliminated 2 of the steps that go into the trailer, kind of made it a ramp, and then we'll put some more over there on that big rock all the way around. Probably going to skirt the RV in, and I made it extend over here. Now when we get rid of the, well, we might not get rid of the porta potty, we might just keep the porta potty. Yeah. We'll see how the finances work out. It'd be nice to have this out here because this is going to be a spot where we're going to put a fire pit and maybe have some barbecues and family gatherings and stuff. But so I've got my hole all dug, and I still have to put my communications and electrical and conduit and put them in the ground. But I'm trying to prioritize, make sure we got everything we need, and then tidy everything up. But I got my hole dug for my storage tanks for my black and gray water, which if you can see that pile of rock up there, that's our driveway, and that's where the building's going, and we already have a pretty good sized driveway there. I'm going to extend it so that it comes back to right about there where Yunkin's at, and then the guy can back the truck in and empty these storage tanks. So I'll be back. It's been that all this fresh dirt has just been turning into swamp. Fortunately, this is all packed in real nice with all the rain and everything, and I actually made a pretty decent driveway and parking spot for Jamie to park the car, so she doesn't have to do the mud slog when she gets home. And built this up real nice going in there. Boy, we've had some rain though, and my roof's holding up pretty good, staying dry in the trailer. Jamie and I both agree that we like this spot better, just the view and everything, but man, it has been raining. Looks like we had some logs come down or something. I'll have to go check that out. But anyways, I've told people before, everyone's like, wow, man, you're pretty close to the bank there. But the thing is, this ground over here on this side is a lot higher, if you look, than the ground on the other side. So it would have to flood over there before it can flood over here. A lot of water though. It's been pouring and the wind's been rocking the prairie schooner. But everything's holding up real nice. So we're good. What I did with, as far as tying it down, is instead of putting all the stress on certain grommets, I spread it all out. So there's a little stress on all the grommets. And it's working out pretty good. Keeping the roof dry, that's what's important. Alright, I got to take Hannah to the groomer because it's just before Christmas. I got a package to drop off at Greyhound. And I got to get some plumbing. I'll be back. Sawtooth, what are you doing, buddy? Oh, that might not be Sawtooth. Sawtooth, what are you doing? It's Sawtooth. Oh, that might not be Sawtooth. That might be his girl Chipper. No, I think that's Sawtooth. Yeah, that's Sawtooth because he's got a lighter colored head.
Just a man is bright and their dog, living the life they love, and classic truck rescue, a blast from the past. Why would they get with the times when, son, they're already living life, a classic truck rescue? Salvage the trucks our granddaddies loved and our daddies taught us to drive. The one in the bright we all pass on by while it brings a tear to their eye. We're in one dream at a time. Classic truck race.
Oh my god.
See, it's like a jingle.